Hi, my name is Sherry Warner, and I'm a veteran. It's an honor to introduce this video. I'd like to tell you why I think it's important, what you should know about post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, and how we can better serve all veterans. Exposure to trauma is common in veterans. This exposure can happen in a war zone or stateside. It can happen before, during, or after service. There are many kinds of trauma. 9% of vets who are being seen at the VA, or a little less than 1 in 10, have PTSD. Among veterans who served in Iraq and Afghanistan, and who use VA care, the rate is higher. 1 in 4 men and 1 in 5 women have PTSD. Veterans with PTSD may have symptoms that become more apparent under stress or in clinical settings like a VA hospital. All veterans and their families should be treated with courtesy and respect, even when their behaviors are challenging. You can't see PTSD. You won't know for sure whether someone has PTSD or not. This video will show some good principles for interacting with the veterans being seen in care.
I don't like hospitals. I have no interest in being here. But my mother's been worried about me and pushing me to get evaluated. So this is the appointment to prove that I'm fine. I get amped up about certain things these days, but it's being a soldier. Anybody who's been in combat for a long time is gonna have stuff like that.
Hey, I filled this out, so it's ready.
Great, thanks.
Okay.
I have an appointment at 11 o'clock, Sandra King.
You just biked to your doctor's appointment?
I did.
The last 4 digits of your social?
5772.
Here to see Karen,
Karen?
the MST coordinator?
I don't know.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is your first time seeing Dr. O'Keefe.
This is my first time here at all. I was a little thrown by the desk guy, just assuming that I was here for sexual trauma. Really? The only reason why a woman would come visit the VA is because of that?
Excuse me, sir, could you just step back a little bit, please?
Yeah, you know, I'm actually gonna be late for my appointment.
Okay, well, we just ask that all our patients wait behind that line on the floor. I saw that she was there for a psych eval, and I could tell she was a little bit jumpy with that other patient standing right behind her, so I was trying to alleviate the situation, but it ended up just backfiring. I think I irritated her. So I wanted to make her feel more comfortable and let her know that my request for that other patient wasn't about her. If you'd like to take a seat, I'd be happy to let you know when I'm finished. Thank you.
I know about the line.
I know the desk guy means well, but he was already treating me like I had some type of affliction. I'm not delicate. I don't need anyone to protect me. I should appreciate that he noticed the patient was crowding me. But just get me out of this appointment so I can get back to my job.
You can fill out here and here for me, Miss King, and you can skip the back page, and we'll get you in as soon as possible. Thank you.
I feel bad saying this, but I just can't help but feeling like PTSD is a sign of weakness. But it's not fair, you know? Because when people think that you have PTSD, they treat you different. Your family, your friends, your employers. I don't want that label on me.
You can't always know how a patient's gonna react. Everyone's different. You know, sometimes if you're too eager or solicitous or whatever, it'll actually set a patient off. These guys, they don't want to feel coddled. And I get that. 4 digits of your social.
5772.
You're here to see Karen?
Karen?
The MST coordinator? Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is your first time seeing Dr. O'Keefe.
This is my first time here.
Excuse me, sir. Could you just step back a little bit, please?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm actually gonna be late for my appointment.
Sure, I understand. We just ask all our patients to stand behind that line there. But if you'd prefer to take a seat, I'd be happy to let you know when I'm ready to help you.
Yeah, I know about the line.
If you can go ahead and fill out here and here, Miss King. You can skip the whole back page, and we'll be with you as quickly as
I don't
possible.
like crowds. And when I go into a confined space, I need to see all the exits. I've been coming here for years, you know? But now, good luck getting some attention with all the new kids around from Iraq and Afghanistan. It seems like that's the only thing anyone cares about anymore. And don't get me wrong, I've got the greatest respect for these guys. What they've done, I mean, it's not their fault.
What'd you do your service?
Iraq, 2003, 2004.
Before they put all that extra armor under the floorboards of the Humvees.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and these little kids would come running out. They'd roll stuff underneath the vehicle. It's just unbelievable because I mean, they're just kids, you know.
Mackie, 6689, 11 o'clock.
Thanks for waiting, sir. First name?
Don?
So, okay, we actually have your appointment scheduled for next week. It's the same time and the same day, but it's yeah, next week, the 23rd.
No, well, mix up. Today's my appointment, trust me. Do you know what it takes for me to get here? 3 buses. I've got to give myself an hour and a half just to be safe. Do I look like a guy who gets my appointment day wrong?
I understand.
Wait, what is it that you understand?
Well, let me see if another provider can take you today, Mr. Mackey.
I don't want another provider. I want to meet with Dr. Kelly. Dr. Kelly knows me.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
No, Dr. Kelly knows
Yeah,
me.
I'm afraid the doctor can't meet with you today. I'm very sorry for the confusion.
Well, wait, whose confusion is that?
The doctor doesn't have any free appointments today. Would you like to go ahead and keep your
No.
appointment for next week?
No, this is my damn appointment.
Okay.
I shouldn't have blown my cool. It's just this guy was assuming that I was confused about my own appointment. And I found that just insulting. And he was just staring at his computer screen, and I didn't feel like he was even listening to me. No, I just want my damn appointment.
Mr. Mackey, what can we do for you?
Oh, we misscheduled his appointment.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You know, I can't promise that we can make this better, but let me actually go talk to the doctor personally and see if there's any way he can get you in today. It's
Great.
worth asking. You came a long way.
Thank you.
Is that okay?
Okay, yeah.
How about you go to the canteen and get a cup of coffee while Isaac checks with the doctor? I would be more than happy to come get you when we have more information. Tell me, what would you prefer?
Do you know what I prefer? I'd prefer if you guys didn't screw up my appointment. How about that?
Understood.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be in the canteen.
Okay.
Well, I realize letting a patient know that you're listening to them directly makes a huge difference. And it's eye contact, it's undivided attention. It'll go a long way, right? Because it's easy to get distracted at the desk. Still, I mean, There's nothing we can do to keep every patient from getting angry. Hyperarousal is just a symptom of PTSD, so I try to remember that. You know, not take it personally, not internalize it.
So, there's a dance party going on.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, Kevin is doing that.
It makes me uncomfortable to think that the people here might joke about some of the patients. I don't know if they were really, but even the thought that they might be, it bothers me. The VA needs to be a place where you can feel safe, you know? Trust, privacy, all that.
Right now, Kevin, he's doing like one of these.
His face in this. Hang on just 1 second. Mr. Vasquez, can we help you?
I was gonna ask if there's any restroom on this floor.
I apologize. I didn't realize you were waiting for us. I'm actually headed down the hall anyway. I can show you where it is. It's right here, sir. Mr. Vasquez, are you heading back to the waiting room?
Yes.
It can be difficult working with people who are numb or withdrawn. I think the most important thing is body language, to show caring and that you're actually listening, that you want to help. I just try to be professional.
Let me see if another provider can meet
No,
with you
I don't
today.
want another provider. I want Dr. Kelly. Kelly knows me.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
What? Kelly knows me.
I'm afraid the doctor's all booked up today. I'm very sorry for the confusion.
Whose confusion is that? Because I'm not confused.
The doctor doesn't have any appointments available today. Would you like to go ahead and keep this appointment for next week, sir?
No, this is my damn appointment.
Mr. Mackey, what can we do for you today?
We misscheduled his appointment.
Mr. Vasquez?
You know, sir, I'm very sorry.
Mr. Vasquez?
I can't promise that...
Mr. Vasquez? Mr. Vasquez?
Excuse me. Are you Mr. Vasquez?
Yeah.
We've shown you some strategies that are especially appropriate for veterans with PTSD who are displaying symptoms. Anger and irritability. Try to de-escalate by being calm yourself and genuinely listening. Even small stressors can be bothersome, so try to minimize them. Discomfort in crowds. Patients may want to be near an exit and have a clear view of the entire waiting room, or even wait somewhere else for their appointment. Trust issues. Recognize that people may insist on only seeing their regular provider.
Sorry for the confusion.
Startle response. People with PTSD startle easily. A loud, sharp sound or being approached from behind can be troubling. Numbing or avoidance. Don't use touch or an overly cheerful attitude to try to coax someone out of his or her shell. Just be open and appropriate. Traumatic reminders. If a veteran seems irritable, there may be something in the environment that is a trauma reminder.
Roll stuff underneath.
You may not know exactly what the reminder is, so it's important to be patient and not take their irritations personally. sleep problems. Patients may be tired because they're not getting enough sleep. Nightmares and trouble falling and staying asleep are common in people with PTSD. Trouble concentrating. People with PTSD may have trouble concentrating and remembering information. You might have to repeat information or write it down for them. Remember, awareness and sensitivity about PTSD isn't just an issue for VA staff working in mental health, or even just for those who work in patient care. Veterans with PTSD or trauma histories are seen in all clinics. They interact with staff in the cafeteria, the halls, the parking lots. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for joining us. For more information, you can visit the website of the National Center for PTSD, ptsd.va.gov. Also, the VA's National Center for PTSD has a consultation program that any VA employee can call to ask a question about working with veterans with PTSD. PTSD consultants can provide general information about PTSD or address specific questions about interacting with or treating a veteran with PTSD.